What if the person you look up to online was once too scared to even show herself on camera? Our first guest grew a big, loyal fan base, not by being perfect, but by being honest and true to herself. She's a body positivity model, a mom, and someone who openly talks about mental health. In our first episode, she's sharing something that not many people talk about, that the hardest battle is not what others say about you, it's what you say to yourself. Hi, I'm Allie. This is Voices from the Hub, and this is Demora Avarice story. Everybody, let's give it up for Demora Avarice.
Hi everyone, how are you?
Demora, what's up?
Not much, just happy to be here. I've been excited ever since you guys asked me if I wanted to be here, and no pressure at all being the first one. So I'm like, hope I don't mess this up.
It's so special for us. This is our first ever podcast, and you're our first guest. We couldn't think of a better first guest than you. You know, as we were brainstorming, we immediately thought of you for the first episode because you brought such a huge spark and amazing energy when we worked together at AVN. And you brought so many fans and keep us all energized. It was such a blast. So we couldn't think of a better first guest than you. So thank you so much for
Thank
being
you.
here with us.
That means a lot. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah. For those who may be discovering for the first time, tell us a little bit about yourself.
So my name is Demora Avarice. I am a body positivity model, a large bust model. I try to help reduce the stigma around mental health and plastic surgery.
Wow, that's such a purpose in life that's so meaningful. And what are your ways of like sharing this special message to a broader audience?
So a lot of what I do is honestly, I just sort of tell people about my personal experience because a lot of people don't understand. They think that if you have plastic surgery, it has to be for somebody else. I couldn't just do it for me. I had to do it for my husband or, just to make money. But honestly, that had nothing to do with any of it. So that's
Yeah.
that's sort of how I just I help by telling my story, I help other people understand and see that there are other reasons to have surgeries.
Wow, that's so nice. And I know some people might be thinking like, oh, they're doing this to for other people to impress other people, but we want to do this. We want to look good and feel good and be at our best for ourselves. Like this is our gift for
Absolutely.
ourselves. Can you tell us more about your journey with this? Like when did you start?
So, 2010 to 2012, I had a website
Mhm.
called Her Cups Runneth Over. I was doing
Mhm.
NBE, which is natural breast expansion, natural breast
Yes.
enhancement. It goes back and
Hmm.
forth. Some people say one or the other, but it's like natural herbal supplements to
Yeah.
increase the bust. And then we stopped for a couple of years just because there was a lot going on in the family, had kids, stuff like that. Um, and then I started back in breast expansion in 2017, and then I've been on my journey since then. I lost myself to being a mom and a wife when Grieve was in law school, and
Hmm.
I'd always wanted to have surgery because I've got scoliosis. I have a 49-degree curvature. Usually they do the surgery at 50, so it's a pretty big curve. I would never have spent that money on myself. I've always been afraid that always felt in my heart that I was taking stuff from my kids, taking food out of their mouth or whatever the case may be, even if it was a dollar pair of leggings on clearance at Walmart that are like my favorite pair that I had 12 of with holes. Like I'm the kind of person that has to be the most inconvenienced person in the room. I am slowly but surely learning that I can do things for me too. So my first surgery was pretty much a mommy makeover. I did
Hmm.
abdominoplasty, flankplasty,
Yeah.
so the 360 curve. They had to like sew my abdominal muscles, like my stomach together because 3 births, 3 children, all of my abdominal muscles were just shot. Like they were just gone. But
Yes.
with the abdominoplasty, flankplasty, they were able to tuck everything back in where it was supposed to be. And then I never had a butt, so I got a fat transfer to my butt.
Oh,
And then I just
wow.
wanted to
Hmm.
sort of perk the ladies back up where they used to be.
Yes.
So I did a fat transfer to my bust. And I've actually done 4 total fat transfers to my bust and my bottom. And then I needed internal support, but I wasn't eligible for the internal bra. So I currently have
Yes.
2000 cc expanders in as well.
Oh, wow.
So it's like the implant is a solid amount. The
Mm-hmm.
expanders can be safely
Yes.
overfilled. And
Mm-hmm.
they actually, I've got ports that
Mm-hmm.
connects to it so you can add more in, take it out, and things like that. So that's my surgery journey. And currently working on finding a surgeon to explant and then to do a lift. I just wasn't ready to do the lift before because I wanted more time
Yes.
to do my
Mm-hmm.
research. But yeah,
Oh,
I lost
wow.
myself to being a mom and a wife, and I was so depressed. Like 3 years of my life were just a blur because
Mm-hmm.
I was going and going and going. And once we switched the focus back onto me after he got out of law school, and I
Yes.
got to have my surgery, which was the hardest decision I've ever made in my life. When I tell
Mm-hmm.
you I cried, I mean I
Yes.
cried because again I would fight myself buying a dollar pair of clearance leggings,
Yes.
much
Mm-hmm.
less a whole entire surgery. Um, but honestly, it's the best thing that I could have done for my mental health. I'm trying not to cry. Um, I get to be comfortable in my skin again. I get to love me again. And it's an ever growing process. It's an ever, I'm we're our own worst critic. So we're
Yes.
always going to
That's
find
so true.
something that we don't like about us.
And how do
But
you
yeah,
deal with that inner critic?
grieve helps a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah,
True. Yeah.
he helps a lot, but I write down a lot of things. I love to
Yes.
read. So by
I
writing
love that.
down, positive affirmations, this is things that I liked about me today, things that I didn't
Yes.
like, things I want to work on. So I'm setting
Mm-hmm.
little goals to myself. And you know what? Today I'm going to say 3 nice things about myself because I just don't like me today. I'm not comfortable being me today. So I'm going to
Mm-hmm.
say 3 things that I do like and try to change my train of thought.
Can you share that three things, that affirmation to us?
Today was a rough day. Last night was rough. We
Mm-hmm.
like all the kids, all the dogs, all the cats.
Yes.
We had a really bad thunderstorm come
The
through.
storm too.
Everybody was
Yes.
up all night.
Wow.
So today has been one of those days, but my 3 things today have been I have a big heart. I love big. I Even on the rough days, my heart is always, I'm like, how can I help somebody else? And so I have a
Wow.
big heart. I care big. I've always loved my eyes. So I'm like, you know what? I want if something that I've always asked people to do is try to see what other people see in themselves. So I'm trying to do that with me. So, I'm learning how to take compliments. It's again something that's a work in progress, but so I was saying I have a big heart. I have beautiful eyes and a beautiful personality.
I want to confirm that to all of you guys listening and watching this. Working with Demora was like witnessing an amazing human being. Like she was so nice and amazing with her fans. And she taught me such a huge lesson about like boundaries. Like I remember there was an interaction with a content creator, and you express about this idea of consent, and I was like, wow, that's like really powerful. And I was just amazed, like more than you, like you're like a work of art, but more than that, like deep inside you're like a beautiful soul. And I love that there's so many progress going on in your life. You're the business and the business is doing good. Speaking of business, what have you been working on lately? Is there any projects that you've been going?
Sorry, I had to get a tissue. You got me a little
Yeah.
teary-eyed. Thank you. I That truly means the world to me. I This month was a big travel month. We did
Mm-hmm.
Creators After Dark, Shutterfest,
Yes.
Chicago Exotica, and then
Yes.
celebrated Chatterbait's 15-year anniversary in Phoenix.
Wow.
So I've been all over this month, which is not something that I do often, like back-to-back events, but
Mm-hmm.
it just sort of fell that way. But right now, I am working on trying to find some more safe for work ideas, safe for
Yes.
work, where I can still be
Mm-hmm.
me and do my body positivity and, things
Yes.
like that and still be able to help other people. So I'm
Mm-hmm.
working on branching out to more safe for work,
Yes.
streaming and things like that.
Yeah, and I see, like, speaking of safe for work materials or contents, your TikTok is amazing. It's such a fun thing to see, like all the contents you have there is it shows that the human in you, it's like the other side of you. Like, how did you embark in this journey with like sharing your personal life, your fun side with TikTok and other platform?
Honestly, I am just a super goofy person. I
Yes, I
And the way that
see.
I feel about it, I'm
Hmm.
just like, if I can't enjoy what I'm doing, there's no sense in
Yes.
doing it.
Hmm.
Obviously, there's things that everybody has to do we don't like, but I like to
Yes.
make sure that I am seen as more than my body.
Yes.
I make sure to put my personality out there
Hmm.
because several years ago, somebody made the smart mouth comment. I wish she'd just shut up so I can, do what they're doing to my bust. And I'm like, huh,
Hmm. Wow.
that was cute. So I scooted
Hmm.
really close to where you could only see like from
Yes.
here up. And I was like, you're going to get to listen to me talking for a few minutes before you get to see my bust because I am more than just my body. And how dare
Hmm.
you try to take that away from me or anybody else? Just because we're
Yes.
in the adult industry does not mean
Yes.
that we are
Hmm.
not absolutely still people.
Hmm.
And we have lives outside of our work.
Yes. Uh-huh. Yeah. You know what? That in here in this podcast, we talk more about the content creation and your story and journey as a content creator more than some parts of you, And I know like there's a podcast out there, like I watched it before with who's the gentleman again that talks about like all the boobs on YouTube or something.
Huge boob hound.
Yes, like so everyone, if you wanna know more about
He's pretty
like
great.
Jamar's journey. Yeah, he's really like it's really fun to watch. I recommend it to watch. Like if you want to know more about that part about Demora, I highly recommend that podcast. I would love to talk about how did your journey start with content creation?
I'm just talking from 2017, not the her cups runneth over
Yes.
stuff with this.
Mm-hmm.
Um, he was in law school. I was working
Mm-hmm.
at a hotel until my CNA license switched over to the other state.
Yes.
And I was third shift. So it was like 1 in the morning and Grieve had messaged me about a post on Reddit looking for
Mm-hmm.
a BE model. And I was like,
Oh.
sure, we can try it. I don't even know what it is,
Mm-hmm.
but sure. So
Yes.
we tried it and sent it to him. And I wasn't what they were looking for because I was a bit of a
Mm-hmm.
bigger girl and things like that.
Yes.
But we enjoyed it. Grieve and I enjoyed
Mm-hmm.
doing that work together.
Yes.
So that we were like, you know what? This is fun. We enjoy it. And we're just going to keep doing it. And then the audience ended up enjoying it because where I was already busty, I was able to
Yes.
give that true
Mm-hmm.
cleavage line where it wasn't just like the props and stuff. And
Yes.
it just sort of took off. And
Yes.
I get to work with my best friend every day.
That's so nice. Wow, that's such a great teamwork. I'm curious about what goes into your mind during like when you dive into the content creation for the first time, the moment that you're going to expose and present yourself in the world that you've never had before. Like, I'm curious about that. Can you share it to us?
I was terrified. I was so scared. At the beginning, you got from like maybe the bottom of my chin to like
Yes.
my knees at at most. Like at the
Uh-huh.
beginning, I didn't show anything. I was
Yes.
fully clothed. You didn't see my face excuse me, because I didn't know how people were going to react that. And I wasn't
Yes.
comfortable with
Mm-hmm.
myself at that point.
Mm-hmm.
It was before my surgeries. My first surgery was 2020.
Mm-hmm.
So It was terrifying to me,
Mm-hmm.
but honestly, I love it. I have been blessed with a lot of really wonderful, amazing fans, and I'm so grateful for them.
That's so nice. Wow. Wow. I'm just like imagining, that situation. It's such a core part of you.
Honestly, how welcoming it was.
Wow.
I did
Hmm.
not expect to have such loyal fans that aren't just
Yes.
I mean, of course, I guess the best way to say it is people have said they come for the boobs and stay for the personality. I get told
Yes.
that constantly, which is funny, but I love it because I'm the kind of person like I know I look different and I'm okay with that. Everybody looks different and that's okay. I say that line so often. And a lot of times, like, I was worried about the negativity that was going to come from it.
Yeah.
And especially adults, whenever I'm walking by or something, you can see, and then they're like
Yes. Hmm.
looking.
Hmm.
And I'm the
Yeah.
kind of person, I just walk over and I'm like, hey, everybody looks different and that's okay. I know that I
Hmm.
look different. And if you have any questions, I am an open book and I'm completely happy to answer them. If not, I just wanted to extend the offer. If you see me around and change your mind, it's always available. And 9 times out of 10, that turns that negative action into a positive action.
Yes.
So
I love that.
being terrified at the beginning of all the
Hmm.
negativity and the not knowing and all of that stuff, I've been able to turn it into a positive.
Wow. That's a magic. That's like your power there on how you can change things into something different that are more positive. The world is such a better place with you. And I always say, like, you're a complete package, like you're a beautiful person. You have everything that, like your personality is amazing. You're such an amazing soul. And with all your journey here in the industry and your experiences with the fans and navigating the industry, what are the biggest challenge you encountered?
I think the biggest challenge has been myself.
Mm-hmm.
That little evil voice in the back of my head that's like, you're
Yes.
not good enough. There's no reason to be doing this. You're not helping anyone. And I just got to tell it, shut
Self-sabotage.
up. Yeah,
Yeah. True.
that
That
is,
is,
I
yeah.
am my own worst enemy.
Mhm. During this journey, you've grown your fans and your audience base. And what are the common misconceptions people have about you and you as a creator?
One of the biggest things that comes up is that I did my surgeries for my husband or that my husband is my handler. And that's not
Mm-hmm.
the case at all because I
Mm-hmm.
love him with every ounce of my being, but I would never have a surgery to please him because if that
Yes.
surgery botches, he can walk away anytime he wants. I'm the one that
Mm-hmm.
has to live with it.
Yes.
And I would never have a surgery to please somebody else other than myself. And then I would say not taking the negative comments to heart.
Wow. That's like, wow.
I'm a very
How do you
emotional
handle
being,
all of
so
that? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Do you even like look into the comments of your like content or some
a lot.
sneak? Yeah. Uh huh.
It's it takes a lot, and there's some comments that are harder to overlook than others, and sometimes I have to
Yeah.
take the high road and,
Yes.
not be like, "You know what? F you," and things like that. I try
Yeah.
really hard. I've always tried really hard to be a good person,
Yeah.
but whenever people make comments about my
Mm-hmm.
family or my husband,
Yes.
game on.
Yes. I love that. Yes. We have to defend.
Yes,
I
and
love that. Yeah,
I'm
tomorrow.
brutal when it comes to that.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I love that. And also, was there any like unexpected like things that a fan requested from you?
One of the things that is really shocking to me all the time, still yet,
Mm-hmm.
even after doing conventions, several conventions a year, like many conventions a year, the fact that people still come to see me.
Yes.
I have had fans that are like, I'm in California, I'm coming over to Chicago because I
Mm-hmm.
noticed you were going to be there. And I'm like, you're going all the way from California to Chicago just to see me, or
Yes.
Florida, or, North Carolina, or just a little bit of everywhere. I
Mm-hmm.
still am surprised that I have fans at all, much less
Yes.
that, like, it's very humbling, and I'm super grateful for it. That just still shocks me. And the ones that I get to see that are, like, trembling, they're like,
Mm-hmm.
"I've been wanting to meet you my entire life. You have
Yeah.
helped me
Mm-hmm.
so much with, the surgery, like, believing in myself and things like that," and actually
Yes.
crying, and
Mm-hmm.
it's male, female, everywhere, anyone.
Yes.
Like, it's not
Yes.
just one group or the other. The fact that I'm able to help people through what was one of the worst times of my life, and my story was
Wow.
able to help other people, it's wonderful. It's
Yeah.
wonderful.
I can't wait. We're all can't wait about your plans in the future and how, the universe creates a path for you to share your journey and to bring light to the world and, share some positivity and make this world a better place through your voice and, how you interact with the world and how you present yourself to the world. In terms of like presenting yourself to the world, like how do you separate your public persona from your personal life? How do you manage this? Like, I'm curious about that part.
I am active in my family's schools. I am active
Mm-hmm.
in the community, things like that.
Yes.
And one way that I have separated it, well, honestly, Demora is very much me, just
Yes.
without a lot of the family talk.
Mm-hmm.
Like that personality, that's just me. I'm a really
Oh,
bad
wow.
actress. Like
Wow.
I am just me, and I am just being the best version of me that I possibly can. And
Mm-hmm.
then Demora is like the work me. So whenever the kids are at school and stuff, that's when I work usually, or
Mm-hmm.
after they're in bed. I'm just me. So
Yes.
like, and I've gotten to the point where I have had fans that like see me out in public with my family, and our children have an age appropriate understanding of what I do.
Mm-hmm.
They know that mommy
Yes.
helps people, that
Mm-hmm.
mommy, helps people with mental health, and that I'm a body positivity model. They've been around whenever some fans have been like, waving, trying not to be. And I'm like, you know what?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
You guys stay over here with daddy, and I will just scoot away from, to where we can still
Yes.
see each other, but I turn to where I can see them. So that way we can say hi and talk for a few minutes and take a picture if they want to, like a selfie type thing, because I want them to know that you still need to be friendly, and that this is my job. This is, Grieve and I work very hard, and a lot of
Yeah.
people don't realize how hard it is. But
Mm-hmm.
to some people, not to me, but to some people, I am a famous person, which
Yes.
blows my mind.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah.
I try to teach them, like, that's a fan, but they're very respectful. So I'm going to show them that same respect. If they're rude
Yes.
to me, then I'm like, don't speak to me. I'm with my family. But if they're polite, then I will be polite back. And I want them to
Wow.
understand that it's okay to have my boundaries. It's okay to be like, we can say hi, but please don't take any pictures of my family. We can
Mm-hmm.
say hi, but please don't speak to my family. So that's one of
Yeah.
the things that I do try to let the kids know. And one of the ways that I do sort of separate Demora from me.
I think like you're a wonderful mom. I think like people
Thank you.
will learn a lot from you, especially like your wisdom. Like what I'm you might have shared this throughout the conversation, but what did you learn about yourself?
One, that I'm stronger than I ever thought I could be, because I can, in a lot of ways, like on my paid sites, a
Yes.
lot of the people are just wanting a friend. A lot
Mm.
of the subscribers are just wanting a friend. I've helped
Yes.
plan birthday parties. I have helped plan
Wow.
Disney trips.
Oh
I have
my
helped
God.
plan cruises,
My
like,
goodness.
and just a people person,
Yes,
which
I
is
see.
crazy because I'm also very shy,
Uh-huh.
and that I it's okay for me to say no, that's one of
Mhm.
those things. Like I said, Grieve always says I have to be the most inconvenienced person in the room, and he's absolutely correct. I've always had that caregiver mindset. So I'm like,
Uh-huh.
"Oh, you need help, let me help you. You need this, let me help you." And I'm constantly pouring from my own cup, but I'm learning that I need to pour
Yes.
into my
Mhm.
cup too.
Yeah.
So it's always a work in progress.
Such an insightful message from you. But jumping into like more general, like what's the best piece of advice that you've received or heard?
It's okay to say no. It's
Oh
okay
wow.
to advocate for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
I think that is one of the things that has hit me the hardest and the most with the most positivity. And is again one of the things that I'm always actively
Mm-hmm.
learning
Mm-hmm.
because for I'm almost 40. So in June I'll be 40.
You
And
look
for
amazing.
oh thank you. And for
Amazing.
literally probably 35 years of my life, because I
Mm-hmm.
can only assume back past what I can remember, I was always that person that I don't have to give and give and give without also taking
Yeah.
boundaries. It's okay to have
Yes.
boundaries.
You know what? That's something that I have to like learn for myself too. Like really as a young person, like it's really like especially in my culture, I'm Filipino. And it's very common, especially in the East Asian culture. We tend to like erase the boundaries so we can blend in, in the society.
Mhm.
Like just be obedient. It's very predominant in our culture. So that really puts our boundaries not on, priority. So that's something that I have to work on myself. So that's so nice to hear from you. It's such a powerful
It's
message. And
hard.
you've been,
It's
yeah, it
hard, but
is. It takes
it's
time.
good. It takes
Yeah.
time, but once you start doing it a couple of times, you're like, "Wow, can I really just do that? Did I really
Yes.
advocate for myself?
Yes. Love that. Oh my God.
I'm
Oh my God,
allowed to
Demora.
advocate for myself."
And you've been in the industry for quite a while. And what's your perspective in today's industry compared to when you first started? Because like we have a lot of platforms now that does a different way of like spreading materials and creating materials, and how you create your personal branding. But what's your perspective in today's industry compared to when you started?
So, I started more on the fetish side with
Mm-hmm.
breast expansion, and then I was doing
Yes.
giant and tiny work and things like that, which I still absolutely love.
Mm-hmm.
And then after my surgeries, it sort of just pushed me into the
Uh-huh.
large bus community.
Yes.
I've literally just failed upwards. That's the best way I know to explain it.
Mm-hmm.
But with I can tell you definitely the difference between the fetish side and the adult industry,
Yes.
especially the
Mm-hmm.
large bus community. A lot of
Yes.
the people in the large bus community, it's a lot of competition, and I just don't have it
Mm.
in me. Like, my goal has always been to just be the best version of me that I can be, better than I was yesterday. And if I'm not willing to do something or I'm not comfortable doing something, if I have friends that are willing to or comfortable doing it,
Mm-hmm.
then I'm the one that's sending referrals over. I'm like, "Oh, but
Wow.
this person will, and they are amazing." I want
Wow.
everybody to succeed. Whereas it seems
Wow.
like a lot of the large bus community feels like if you're not with me, you're against
Mm.
me. And
Yes.
I'm like, I'm not against anybody. I just want us
Mm-hmm.
all to be happy and safe and healthy and
Wow.
successful.
You're so
So that part
supportive.
is definitely different.
I know like there's like competition there, but you look so unbeatable and you have a winner mentality. I love that. And for those creators who just started, what are your advices to them?
Don't cross a hard boundary for a comma. Don't do it. You have your boundaries. There are some boundaries, like one of my hard boundaries, I don't show below
Mm-hmm.
the belt, and I'm happily monogamous. I
Mm-hmm.
don't
Oh wow.
like, I would do like side by side type of videos or like some bust type of videos with females, but I don't do fluid swap
Mm-hmm.
and I don't show below the belt
Yes.
in anything that
Mm-hmm.
I do. Some other boundaries are like video calls. Before, I
Mhm.
didn't do video calls. If I did, their camera was off. And I'm like, okay,
Mhm.
let's try it out and see if I see their camera too, whether it's their face or whatever.
Mhm.
Like that isn't a hard boundary. That's something that I'm willing to be more lenient on, but depending on
Mhm.
how I feel about the situation. If I feel like the person isn't going to be rude or disrespectful and things like that. So
Yes.
I would say
Uh-huh.
set your hard boundaries, and you can change your mind later on if you want to, but don't do it just for a paycheck. You don't want to regret something.
Mhm. Wow. That is
Don't
so
be afraid to say no.
wow. Mhm. I'm just curious from you because I'm an outsider. How do you project your value to collaborators or team or the project that you're working on? How do you project your value to them?
That is something that I'm still learning because
Mhm.
I am way undersell myself, but I feel like the proof's in the pudding. Like I have a relatively large following and I have a loyal following,
Mhm.
and they
Yes.
wouldn't be loyal if I wasn't worth it. That's
Mhm.
one of the things that I've actually been trying to make myself
Yes.
understand because
Mhm.
I always undersell myself. But if I'm sitting here and I'm like, I can bring in a large crowd, I can bring in a lot of people, but I have to learn how to, I guess, explain it in a way that other people see it, but they can
Yes.
look online and see on
Mhm.
social media that I have a following and things like that. So
Yes.
I don't have a great answer for that one,
Mhm.
but that is one of the things that's, again, one of the things that I'm learning, and that's the
Mhm.
best way that I've figured out how to say it so far is the proof's in the pudding. I can bring a line. I can bring people
Yeah.
in,
It's true.
and
Yeah,
I
I
have a
absolutely
lot
agree.
of I have a lot of people that will just come just to talk to me or to get a
Mhm.
hug, or and I do things called like a Demora hug or a mama hug.
Yes.
And I don't do like family, videos and stuff like that. That's not what a
Yes.
mama hug
Mhm.
is. What
Mhm.
my mama hug
Yeah.
is there a couple years ago at New York Comic Con, I had a
Yes.
fan come up and, I was like, "Hey, how you doing?" Gave him a hug, and I was like, "You look amazing. It's so good to see you." And they started crying while, I
Mhm.
was hugging them. And I was like, "Are you okay?" And they were like, "You know what? Ever since coming out, my family hasn't spoken to me." And this was all going on in a hug. And they were like, "It's just so good to be able to have someone that's actually happy to see me and give me a hug and make me feel worthwhile." Sorry, I'm trying not to cry again. And so from then on, I've seen this person at several conventions, and I'm like, "Would you like a mama hug or would you like a Demora hug?" And if they ask for a mama hug, then I'm like, "You know what? You're beautiful inside and out." Give them positive affirmations. "You're worth it. I'm so grateful to have you as a part of my life."
Mhm.
Do the things that a mom should do. Because being a mother myself, I cannot imagine not giving my family or my family's friends
Yes.
a hug or a positive, like, I couldn't just walk away. And it broke my heart for them. So I'm glad that I was able to be and am able to be one of the people that can make them smile and give them that mama hug that their mom refuses to give them.
Wow, that is so meaningful. And for those people who are watching this, I was really observant of Demora during our work at AVN, and I have seen these scenarios to the younger
There
creators
was
that she
actually
encountered
one of
with.
the
Yes.
people that
And I was
happened
like,
right beside you
yes, yes.
at
And
AVN.
it was like such a powerful moment. Like, this small
We were
gesture
both
that we have.
crying.
Yeah, it was so amazing. I see like the emotions in there. Like, it was such a good moment to see. You're such a, you're a powerful mom. You're a
I'm a mama
powerful
bear
mom. I
all the
love
way.
that. Yes. I love that.
Even when I
Yes.
probably shouldn't be. It's just who I am as
Mm-hmm.
a person, even before I've
Mm-hmm.
had kids. It's just the kind of
Wow.
person I am. I'm a very empathetic person.
I want to get back to like, like how you make an impact to your community on TikTok, because your TikTok is really fun. And I know you've touched so many souls there. What are some contents that you posted there that blew up that you didn't expect?
Walking.
Walking? Tell
Just
me more about
walking.
it. Yeah?
People like one of them was I was walking into Epcot. I had my Mickey ears on, living my whole best life.
Yes.
I love
Uh-huh.
Disney. And I
Mm.
turned around and just went, and I just kept walking. I mean,
Yeah.
they lost their minds. People love to see me doing like walking or just normal things. I guess
Yes.
showing the fact that I am still a normal person
Yeah.
is something that a lot of people just really love, like slice of life stuff. They
Mm.
love watching me vacuum. They like watching me wipe the counters, put on shoes. People like
I
to
think
see
like
me
your
walk.
spirit, your vibe, your frequency, it's something that we cannot obviously see, but it's something that we can feel and we notice. And you're a work of art, and you just can't look away more than your
I'm a train
energy
wreck.
and vibe. You're so oh yeah. With how you are now, what do you feel about yourself now with how you've become?
Honestly, I'm very proud of myself.
Mm-hmm.
I'm proud of myself because I overcame things and fears that I never in a million years expected that I would. From
Mm-hmm.
having surgery to being able to um, help people that some of them I've never even met, and I can make a huge impact, a huge positive impact. That's
Mm-hmm.
a big word, positive, that I'm able to do that, and I love it so much.
What are you looking up to now in the future?
I always just want to be a better person than I was yesterday. My goal in life is to be able to, one, be a better person than I was yesterday, but also I want not only my family, but people across the world to understand that it's okay to do things for yourself. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
obviously, make sure bills are paid, mouths are fed,
Yes.
things like that. But
Mm-hmm.
bring the understanding that you can try new things. You may not always like it. If you don't like it,
Mm-hmm.
you tried it once and good for you on that, because there's some people that aren't even willing to try something.
Yes, I love that. You look like you're so ready for whatever the future or whatever the moment presents to you, and you're just like ready and go for it. If your career had a title, what would it be?
World's greatest nose protection.
Ooh, I love that. That sounds so fun. That sounds so good. Well, Demora, if you could leave one message for everyone watching this, what one final thought you would like to share with them?
Something that I tell my family every day before school. Be kind to yourself, be kind to others, because you don't know what people are going through in their lives.
Yes, let's be kind to one another. I love that message. Well, there you have it. That's Demora, everyone. Thank you for being open and for joining us in our first episode of the Voices from the Hub. Demora, it's been such a pleasure.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys having me on. It was wonderful getting to know you more at AVN, but this has been amazing.
This is so amazing. I love it. That wow, I learned so many things from this conversation. I hope that a lot of you guys watching this also learned something. Make sure to follow Demora on her social using the link tree in the description or in the comment section. We might have to put it there. You can find her on all sorts of places on the internet. That's what it says, right, Demora? Don't forget to like, share, and repost this video. We would love to hear your thoughts on this episode. Comment down below and follow us on our official X account at JoyHubOfficial or on our Instagram at joyhub.official. Thank you so much for watching. This is Ellie with JoyHub. I'll see you in our next episode.